Welcome to the Family DIY channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to install the Ryobi Link. It's the modular storage system. So I went over to Home Depot and picked out a set of these. This is just one of the panels for the Link module storage system. You can see right here, it's nice, thick, it's heavy duty plastic, and you can pretty much put it anywhere you want on your wall like this. The kit that I picked up has two of them. So the cool thing about it is you can link them together. You can attach them like this. You could attach them like this, depending on however you want to do it. Or you can also attach them like this, or you just put them wherever you want. That's the beauty of these, this system right here. So one thing I did notice was when you get the package, it comes with these guys, but it doesn't come with any of the hardware. So when you are at Home Depot or ordering this online, make sure you pick up a box of screws. They recommend the size 10 screws. And if you're unable to find the studs in the wall, don't forget to pick up a set of your anchors. So let's go ahead and get this installed onto the wall. So what you're going to need first is you're going to need one of your handy dandy stud finders. I have two right here. This one's your electronic Ryobi one, which you can put on the wall like so. You press down one of the buttons, it starts figuring itself out pretty good, and then you just start going across. And then you're going to start seeing the lights start to light up, and it's going to show you roughly where the stud is. So once you see a light like this, you're going to see the center light light up, and it's kind of bouncing back and forth. So right there, it's going to show that you're right about the center of the stud, and you can push this little knob in the middle, which puts a little hole in the wall right here. So the cool thing about this stud finder is you push this little button in the back. It's kind of hard to see, but there's a little pin on the back. Helps push it in. So this is your Ryobi stud finder. It also detects the depth and if there's any current back there, so it helps you from drilling into electrical. Another one, this is one of my favorite stud finders. This is the magnetic stud finder. This guy right here, I'll have a link in the description below, has two very powerful magnets, and all you gotta do is just wiggle around, and then you're gonna find a stud spot right there. So you can see right here, it just sticks to the wall, and then you can just mark it off. It has a level in here, so you can make sure you're actually doing a level, nice level line right here. And then once you go through, even with this one as well, it's always good to check multiple spots on your wall to find the right location, and either use a little pin or use your pencil and mark locations. Once you found a couple locations that look like you might have a stud behind it, you're going to pull out your trusty level, and you are going to put it against the wall like so. You are going to find your different marks. So right on the wall here, I have a mark on the wall right here, and I also have a mark on the wall right here. So now that we have a level, you're going to be able to draw a line, which will help us when we're trying to put this thing on the wall later. So by doing that, you can then take your system right here, find your holes on the side. We're going to put the screws in, and you'll be able to see really well anywhere up and down the wall where you need to put the screw in, depending on if you want it high or low. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go and find studs all the way down here, so I can then place it correctly and make sure that I have as many areas of this thing screwed into the wall into a strong stud. All right, so now that I have lines marked on this wall in pencil so you can erase it later, I have lines on the wall that indicate where the studs are. So what I've decided was I'm going to put one of these over in this area, and then I'm going to put the next one over in here. Because what I'm going to be doing is I picked up these hooks that'll slide right into this. So these hooks, I'll do a set of hooks right over here so I can hang items so it won't interfere with my 3D printer. And then on this other side, we're going to put this on. So I picked up this. This item is an organizer for your power tools and an area to put all your gear up top, as well as putting your different screwdrivers along here. Let me show you how this thing operates. It's kind of cool, so you'll be able to, even with the battery itself, hang your tools like this so they're easily accessible. So because I want to have some good workspace on my counter here, but I have a little bit of a dead area over here, my idea is I'm going to be hanging this up in this area right here so that I can have my tools hanging down without interfering with a lot of the counter space. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to line these up. If everything works out right, you're going to have a stud at each one of these spots right here. For whatever reason, this area is a little shorter, so I'm going to be having to put in the anchors in the wall over here because it just doesn't seem to line up correctly. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill some pilot holes right here and then put the screws in. The good thing about it is if you don't put it in too tight, you can slide it back and forth slightly. And then also right here, you'll also see you want to make sure it's nice and level. So when you're putting it in, perfect. Nice and level. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my drill. Now that we have the pilot holes, I know where to put these screws in. And I'm not going to put them in completely. I'm just going to get them in nice so that I can still move them around, and then I'll tighten them up when I'm fully confident. Okay, so now that I have it up, again, these are not fully tight. I'm going to switch out to another tool to make it fully tight. But as you can see, it slightly slides back and forth so I can make sure I have all the adjustments the way I like. And then what I was thinking about doing was switching this, putting this in a position like here. So then I can have some tools hanging off on this end over here, and then using this as some cool little hanging devices right over here. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to make sure this still looks level, because this is a good time to make the adjustments. Looks pretty good. And now we're going to drill some pilot holes. And now we're going to put the screws in. I'm pulling pretty tight right here. That's a good feeling to have on there. So then let me show you some of the cool items you can put on here. So this one right here, again, these are all the Ryobi Link. This is the standard hook set. And the way it functions is let me just show you really quick. So you have this part right here that slides in. And it is secured like that. So now that we have all those in place, we are going to go and attach this. So you want to make sure that it's nice and secure so your tools don't come crashing down. So there you have it. We've attached the Ryobi Link system onto my wall, and so far it's pretty good and sturdy. I was able to put a couple of my tools up here. You usually slide back and forth off. I mean, if you really wanted to, you could probably double them up if you really had a lot of their tools, or you could always get just another one of these baskets. There's a nice little storage space on top where you can put your fans, batteries. There's also a little small area right along here. You could probably put, I'll just put my stud finder right here. And then over here you have these hooks to put different things on there. There's a lot of other variety of attachments you can check out. Check it out on homedepot.com. I think probably eventually they'll go on Amazon. If they do, I'll put them all in the links in the description below. So if you found this video to be useful, please give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and check out all of our DIY projects. Have a great day.